Weekend here on the campus of CBU, homecoming weekend. We'll have highlights and stats for you when we come back on ESPN+.
You got the tickets?
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards.
Out here, you learn quick. If you plan it, it'll grow.
When you want bedtime to be a good time.
Good night, sweetheart.
Compact truck that's good in tight spots.
When you want bedtime to be a good time.
Good night, sweetheart.
Hilton is bringing.
Out here, you learn quick. If you plan it, it'll grow.
TurboTax Free Edition, 37% of filers qualify. So
Taxes was feeling so stuck.
The new 2025 Ford Maverick with available Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The new 2025 Ford Maverick with available Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want
the players. PGA Tour Live and ESPN Plus Megawatt Trio. The players. PGA Tour Live and ESPN Plus Megawatt Trio.
Getting you set for the second half. It's a big one for both teams. CBU leads UTA by 7. Their largest of the game. Our halftime highlights brought to you by Pepsi. Going to see a lot of drives for UTA. That's a nice bucket there by Emma Johansson. But again, it's been UTA's inside game against the Lancers' outside game so far. CBU's gotten the edge.
Well, we just know CBU is so tough to play when they get that 3-ball going, and they have found their rhythm in that first half. Really has been the difference in that second quarter. And Chloe Lemon knocked down back-to-back threes to end the half. Momentum definitely on the Lancers side to end that one.
The CBU overall finished the first half on an 8-0 run. That was a nice tray by Cece. And Shawnee Nordstrom, good to have her back in the lineup. The little floater is good. Coy Love.
That first step, we said it earlier when we saw it live, but that first step to the left, she is as advertised.
Nice pass there from Bosch Duran to Grace Schmidt. So Schmidt and Lemon each have 10 points to lead everyone. It's actually Talia Clark that has a UTA high 9 points. There's Schmidt again with the easy pair. Then Anaya Tua gets in the act. Well done from outside the arc. So yes, the Lancers have been good from the outside, but Grace Schmidt, she's kind of had her way on the inside as well. 5 for 8 overall from the floor.
She's been effective when she's been on the floor. We saw those quick early fouls that kept her on the bench in that first quarter, but she played smart in that second quarter. But we've seen the battles inside. I mean, things have not been easy on her or Johansson trying to contain what UT Arlington is bringing down low. So expect a battle. More of the same here in the second half.
And the first half stats, the Lancers shooting 60% so far today, 18 for 30. Meanwhile, for UTA, 13 for 34. So 5 more made shots by CBU overall, and this has been big. 3-point shooting, we alluded to it in our stand-up. Lancers 7 for 10. Meanwhile, UTA just 1 for 4 from outside the arc. It's really been the free throws that have kept UTA in it, 12-3 in favor of the Mavs. Points in the paint are pretty negligible. But again, for the Lancers, 3-point shooting for UTA inside the arc and from the line, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the Lancers, when you're looking at the shots that they are taking from three-point land, they are good shots. They are inside out. Shooters have been ready to shoot. There hasn't been a ton of daylight. You know the UT Arlington knows that CBU wants to shoot. They're playing good defense, but the Lancers are just finding a way to find those open shooters, and they're making them pay.
Our second half changes. First of all, for CBU, they need discipline on defense.
Yeah, you're just looking at the fouls, and that's where you got to be strategic, right? When you get a couple quick fouls, it gets really tough. So luckily, they were able to kind of settle in that second quarter, but they got to play smart on both sides of the floor here tonight.
For UTA, get out on CBU's shooters.
Yeah, we're just talking about it. I mean, you're shooting the three ball well. You rack up those points quickly. You could tell UT Arlington knows that they want to shoot the ball, but hey, just trying to limit the daylight, I think is definitely going to be a key for them.
And lastly, for CBU again, box out.
I mean, you just look at UT Arlington, and they are just tough down low. So whatever you can do to get them off the glass, limit those second chance points, you're feeling good about it. But it is easier said than done. This is a strong team.
Second half upon us as the Crazies are ready to go. UTA, their season-long 6-game winning streak on the line. 14-7 overall, 9-1 in WAC play. The only team they've lost to, Utah Valley. They have not played GCU yet. They are going to play them, though, at GCU on Saturday, so that'll be a big one. But they've got some work to do before that. Thornton, a good start with a swish.
And that's exactly what you want if you're UT Arlington coming right out of the half. A little momentum on their side, kind of quiet the home crowd right away. Big shot there for number one.
Legaspi takes it all the way in. Good defense by Love. Brittingham hands it off to Love. Thornton goes to work on Bosch Duran as UTA slows it down. Meanwhile, for the Lancers, 5-4 in WAC play in fourth place, trying to break out of a 2-game home losing streak. 10 on the clock for Love, and she rattles it in.
And just like that, they give the Lancers a little taste of their own medicine. Back-to-back threes. Big coming out of the half.
Remember, they only had one three-pointer in the game until those. Inside out to Lemon off of the iron. Well, UTA, they are 10-0 at home this year. Well, they've been very strong in Arlington, just 4-7 on the road as the Lancers disrupt the ball. Bosch Duran, the catch and shoot, again misses.
You know, one thing you know about a team that's won 6 straight, they're not going away easy. So the run that CBU had at the end of that second quarter was big, but this game is far from over.
Thornton, the deep three, is an air ball. And again, it's been tied 6 times. We've had 12 lead changes.
Yeah, Thornton kind of gives the, my bad, guys. That's on me. Home crowd letting her hear it, though. At
the half, as a whistle, the Lancers had the lead for 8 minutes and change. UTA, 7.5 minutes. But now the Lancers have led for 10.5 minutes. Maybe something on the court there. Maybe some moisture. At any rate, we're ready to go. Tonight's officials are Alicia Murray, Nate Acosta, and Josh Batten. Tua walks the baseline. Bosch Duran all the way in, off the underside of the rim. And UTA transitions. But Love loses the ball. And that was interesting.
Yeah, a little sloppiness here to start the third quarter.
Tua blocked by Clark. The blocks really haven't been a big storyline tonight. UTA, though, is number 1 in the conference, 4.2 per game. We'll see if both teams can gather themselves. Tua the fake. Bosch Duran from outside nails it.
Man, hand in her face, it doesn't matter. She had just the slightest bit of space, and she knocks it down.
All 3 of Nook's shots tonight have been from three-point land. She's the 3rd Lancer with 10 points. The CBU getting that depth scoring, which has been so important this year. Clark off of the iron. Rebound, Goodo. And an easy pair for Love.
It's just a backbreaker there. Someone lost their man, didn't box him out, and they just swooped around, grabbed that O board, and just like that, 2 easy points.
And we pick up right where we left off in the first half. Back and forth.
Yeah.
2-point game. Fully expect this one at the moment to go down to the wire. Bosch Duran again. Oh, wow. While falling.
I mean, what can you say? Beautiful shot. Hand in her face, falls down. Maybe she got fouled, maybe she didn't, but a big-time three-pointer from Bosch Duran.
Now a game-high 13 for Nook, and all 4 of her shots have been from distance. Thornton, well, she thought about it. Brittingham from the elbow, bounces in, a good response.
Sure, she's just good at that elbow, you know, you got a hand in her face, but she's tall and she gets it to fall.
Brittingham, the first Lady Mav in double digits. Schmidt outweights Brittingham.
Yeah, really smart there to kind of take your time. She feels Brittingham go by, gets the finish.
A ton of offense so far in this 3rd quarter. Dangerous pass there. Clark keeps it in play, and once again they go to Brittingham. Mid-range shot rattles out this time, and Legaspi pulls down the board.
Rebound right there, so important.
Bosch Duran from the corner this time. Good D by Goodo, and a foul.
Yeah, the shot didn't fall, but it didn't matter. Grace Schmidt there with the cleanup, gets the foul, and now she'll get 2 shots here. Good stuff from CBU there.
That's Brittingham's 2nd foul, so we get another look at it.
Yeah. She got fouled. I mean, but way to be there for the board. We'll call it a pass from Nook.
McCoy Love is out right now, as well as Clark. No chance for the Lancers. Meanwhile, Schmidt drains it. So Schmidt 1 for 2 from the free throw line now. The Lancers are 4 for 8 as a team. They're too strong that time, and Brittingham, good hands. Nia 3 back in the game. Goodo works her way in, turns it over to Legaspi. UTA's not exactly taking care of the ball lately. Legaspi wide open, too strong. And a good rebound by Nelson. She's also a Stephen F. Austin transfer, like Brittingham. But for Nelson, it's her first year at UTA. Of course, for Brittingham, it's her 2nd. Threets is fouled. Might have been a bit of a bailout there on CBU.
I mean, hey, it's a physical game. Both teams are playing hard, so fouls are going to happen.
Well, foul is on Legaspi as we've reached our break.
The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want...
When you want bedtime to be a good time.
Good night, sweetheart. Out here, you'll find a community of hardworking creators.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's.
You got the tickets?
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's. Hilton is bringing...
The wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want...
Hilton is bringing...
TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. So...
The wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The compact truck that's good in tight spots.
Out here, you'd be hard-pressed to find an unhappy dog. Of course,
Whatever you want to make, the wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want...
The Players, PGA Tour Live and ESPN Plus Megawatt Trio.
The NWSL on ESPN. Facts.
6-point lead for CBU. Once again, alongside Taylor Kilgore, I'm Travis Van Ote. As we step aside, Nook Bosch-Duran committed a foul. But she's on the bench right now as UTA inbounds. Brittingham. The high step and the pair.
She is
My
so
goodness.
smooth inside. You bring the double team, it really doesn't matter. She's going to find a way to the rim.
UTA shooting better than 55% in this quarter. 5 for 9. The Lancers 3 for 10, which is a little surprising. Thought they were doing better than that. Schmidt's shot is short. Good defense by Brittingham. And here come the Lady Mavs. Threet. Dumped into Brittingham. Made a range shot is good.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to turn around and face you. She's going to take you to the rim. She is tough. You just really got to limit her possessions, I guess.
14 now for Brittingham as Nordstrom's shot rattles out. That's a game high for Brittany. 6 for 14 now from the floor. We'll see if UTA continues to go to that well. Why not? And she has just been so tough to handle tonight. Threet's shot, no good, but a foul.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Unhappy with the call.
Yeah, we'll have to see it slow down, but see, this is, I mean, no. You got it wrong there, boss. This is what happens when the refs call it from that angle. In my opinion, my very humble opinion, I don't see the foul there.
That's a big one on Fiel. That's her third as Threet knocks it down. Threet now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. UTA is now 13 for 15. And again, number 1 in free throw attempts in the WAC.
Yeah.
Number 1 in free throws made in the conference, and she gets them both. It's really kept them in the game.
Right, well, we talked about it. They averaged 76 points in WAC games and well on their way. This has been a high-scoring affair. And free throws are a big part of the reason why.
Lemon, a nice move, and she's called for traveling.
Coach wanted the travel. I don't know, I like the move. We'd have to slow it down. Let's see it here. 1. Oh, if she didn't put that other foot down, if she had kept that one up in the air, she was good to go.
Good call again by the refs. Well, this ball game is tied for the 7th time. 14-4, the free throws tonight in favor of UTA. Goodo, a lane to the bucket.
That's tough. Finds that open lane and gets to the rim, and they've taken the lead. Nice cut.
Nice pass to Lemon.
A big time answer. Nice little backdoor cut. Good on Johansson for finding her.
Well, that had been UTA's first lead as CBU forces a turnover. since the 1:30 mark of the second quarter. Now we're tied for the 8th time tonight. Nordstrom, what a pass to Johansson.
That's just good spacing. Gets the pass down low, finish with the left for Johansson. It's good basketball right there.
I remember Johansson in the game with 3 fouls, as is Fiel. Brittingham, a nice pass to Clark, and a foul on Claudia.
You know, that one hurts. That one hurts.
That's number 4 for Claudia, and she's going to have to check out now for Tua.
It is a gamble when you're, she's holding her jersey there, and then she goes straight up. You know, it's a gamble when you let a player play with 3 fouls. Now she's got 4. Unfortunately, she's going to be sitting for a few minutes here.
Only 8 minutes tonight for Fiel with those 4 fouls. Actually, 15, beg your pardon. But still, not what the Lancers were quite looking for tonight from Claudia Fiel.
I mean, fouls we knew were going to be a factor early, which is how quickly the Lancers were racking them up.
Clark misses the back half of a very rare missed free throw for UTA. Well, Clark now 1 for 2. Lemon's got the ball. Nice pass to Legaspi.
Okay. Chloe Lemon out there directing traffic, says, go ahead, cut back door, I got you, girl. Nice little finish inside.
Well, UTA does not have Brittingham or Love out there at the moment. A smaller lineup of the Lady Mavs as Tua blocks Threet's shot, 2-on-1. Lemon gets the block and foul.
You know, she's a sophomore, but she sure doesn't play like it. Takes it right at the defense, draws that contact. She's feeling it here. 2 big free throws.
Sharika Wright kind of shakes that one off. The foul on Goodo, her first. And Lemon to the line. She's 2 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Well, Lemon, 8 points at Grand Canyon. Was just her 2nd single-digit game of the season. It was only Shawnee Nordstrom who had double digits with 10. It was a tough game at Grand Canyon, certainly. We'll talk more about them when we take a look at the standings. Lemon gets her own rebound there off a missed free throw, but can't get the layup. Legaspi, the putback, defended well. So Lemon misses them both. The Lancers come up empty, and it's still a 1-possession game. As that shot's no good. Nordstrom the other way. Tua gets the screen from Johansson. Lemon the catch and shoots. Swish!
Big time shot. CBU has been firing from the outside. A huge part of the reason why they're leading this ball game right now.
Lemon's starting to heat up now, 15 points. 3 of her 5 made shots from distance. That's a game high now for Lemon, 15, and she's got the rock again.
We got numbers here.
A 3 is good.
Hey, when she's feeling it, she's feeling it. Let the crowd know.
Chloe Lemon, all kinds of space. She's just so confident right now.
Yeah, she had numbers, and she said, nah, let me stop right here, boss.
5 seconds to play for 3. Exactly. Threet's got to put it up. Shorts. Well, the Lancers end the 3rd quarter on a 12-1 run. Their largest lead of the game at 9.
Credit to CBU because UT Arlington came out and they owned the momentum early in the second half. But man, did CBU steal it right back. Chloe Lemon, back-to-back 3s.
4th quarter up next.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling. Trusted in Riverside since 1951.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Welcome to the neighborhood. It already feels like home.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Stater Brothers. Fresh, affordable, community first.
For years, they competed against each other. But every 4 years, they take on the world. They represent our schools and our country. We are proud to say, Olympians are made here.
Whether it's off the dribble, above the rim,
or beyond the arc, you can count on Provider to get great food on the table. There are 11 locations on campus, so if you run the floor, dominate the paint, or live outside the arc, you can always be sure that our award-winning food is to your liking. Your game drives us to bring our game through curated, chef-driven cuisine, voted #1 wherever you eat with Provider. You can expect our A-game with your meal.
Fourth quarter in Riverside alongside Taylor Kilgore. I'm Travis Van Ode. UT Arlington stares at a 9-point deficit now. The Lancers' largest of the game. What do we have on tap? It's been a great game so far tonight. A foul called on Brittingham as Johansson put it up.
Yeah, Brittingham has her hands up going, what did I do? It felt like Johansson was fading away. Maybe it was a no call, but nope, Johansson at the line.
That's now 3 for Brittingham, so that's a rather big foul for UTA. She's the first player to have 3. Johansson drains it. Johansson, 70% from the free throw line this season. The CBU led at the half, 46-39 after UTA won the first quarter 22-20. CBU eked out a 21-19 win in the third quarter. This ball game has been tied 8 times. We've had 14 lead changes. As Love has it blocked by Johansson, and then a foul on Clark.
That's good defense from CBU. Back-to-back blocks. They draw the foul far away from the basket. If you're UT Arlington, that is not what you want right now.
Well done by Johansson, of course, the leading blocker in the WAC still. Johansson credited with her second and then gets the harm on Clark. That's her second personal. Tua drains it.
Tua with the quarterback throw to Chloe Levin in the corner. She gives it right back, knocks down the 3 ball. CBU is playing well right now.
They stretch their largest lead now to 13. Brittingham gets going on Johansson again, and this time it's a foul on Emma.
That hurts. That's her 4th.
2 Lancers now with 4. Of course, Fiel the other. Johansson, 11 minutes, 4 personals. Schmidt is not out there at the moment for CBU. Brittingham to the line. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Too strong.
Are they going to leave Johansson out there?
And all of a sudden, UTA's gone a little cold from the free throw line. Surprising.
All right, Johansson has to be smart here.
She gets the back
with
out.
4 fouls.
So now 16 for 19 is UTA. A little bit of a press for UTA. And they are leaving her in there. There's nobody at the scorer's table. We'll see how it goes. Tua to Lemon. Rattles it.
Feeling it.
21 now for Lemon. 5 of her 7 shots from outside the arc. What a pass by Brittingham to Love. Back out to Brittingham, and she swishes it home.
It's a good answer, but we got to give it up to Chloe Lemon. We talked about her pregame, just being a spark for this team, coming and joining things after injury in January. She is a spark in every way, and man, momentum is on her side right now.
Twice tonight, she's hit back-to-back trays. Tua around the pick of Johansson. She is wide open for a look. Too strong, though. But Brittingham, that could be her 1,000th rebound there as Clark gets the layup. Timeout called by UTA. That is Brittingham's 7th of the game. Congratulations, her 1,000th career rebound.
Yeah, it's easy to see how, just the way she plays. She is so strong down low. Congrats to her. That's a big milestone.
All right, we'll go ahead and step aside here in Riverside.
Out here, you learn quick. If you plant it, it'll grow.
You got the tickets?
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's.
Out here, you'll find a community of hardworking creators.
TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. So
The new 2025 Ford Maverick with available Pro Trailer Backup Assist.
Out here, you'd be hard-pressed to find an unhappy dog. Of course,
The wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want
Texas was feeling so stuck.
out here, you learn quick. If you plant it, it'll grow.
the wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want the wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want
The NWSL on ESPN. Facts.
The players. PGA Tour Live and ESPN Plus Megawatt Trio.
11-point lead for CBU. So there's 7:48 to play. The UTA has 2 timeouts left. The Lancers have 3. And Tua called for the offensive foul. This Tua's just first as she disagrees.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a play you just got to shake off and say next play.
Lancers up 7-5 so far in this fourth quarter. The UTA trying to keep pace with GCU. They're in second. GCU still perfect in a whack play as Nordstrom strips the ball away from Thornton. And she is fouled.
Great play on the defensive side, turning into a nice little opportunity here for CBU.
That's already UTA's 3rd team foul. Thornton's second personal. GCU has won tonight at home against Tarleton 76-60. So GCU is now 10-0. Easy peasy there for Shawnee. But Nordstrom, we'll see how she does here on the back half. She's still perfect on the season, 5 for 5. Wanted to let that play out before I mentioned it, lest I be accused of the broadcaster's jinx. Threets for 3. That did not nick the rim. CBU ball anyway.
Yep, and the home crowd let her know. She kind of gives a nod like, that's on me, guys.
Robinson and Goodo back in from the late half. But Brittingham and Love are back in for UTA as they trail by 13. Lancers have led by as many as 15. The press, and they get a jump ball. Possession arrow is to UTA.
Hey, that's just good hands from Love there, helping out in the full court. Gets a hand on it. Quick change of the possession.
That's great coaching by Sharika Wright, too, knowing you had the possession arrow.
Sure.
You get 2 players up on the press, but they got to turn it into points here. Clark, the high arcing shot, bounces in.
Has the shooter's touch. That touched about every inch of that rim. It's a big shot. And they're just trying to chip away at this lead.
Lemon is dabbing at her face on the far side of the floor, opposite end from what you're seeing right now. There you go. She's good to go. She's not bleeding, so she doesn't have to come out. I think that's what they were checking on, just to make sure she wasn't bleeding.
We've said it. This game has been physical.
Been a fun one from Riverside. Hope you've enjoyed it from wherever you're watching. Tua loses the ball.
All right, so now you're looking, if you're CBU, like, let's calm it down here. A couple turnovers. You don't want to get those stacking up here as we're getting ready for the final stretch.
UTA is pressing, and it's working as Legaspi replaces Nordstrom. So they get a little bit bigger with the good rebounder, CC Legaspi. Still plenty of time left in this game. It's certainly not over. Brittingham defended well by Johansson. Johansson, her defensive acumen becoming a story as Bosch Duran's shot short. Love the other way.
It's a good look.
Love 9 points, 12 rebounds. Kind of a quiet night for Love, but those are pretty good numbers. And it's turned over to CBU.
Back in for CBU, Grace Schmidt.
And now Schmidt is in for Johansson.
Robinson and Goodo back in for the late half.
Credit to Johansson for playing smart with those 4 fouls, getting some good minutes there. And now Grace Schmidt going to give her a couple to rest up on the bench here.
That's a great point. Exceptional work by Emma. Bosch Duran. These two teams are going to finish the regular season against one another in Arlington on March 8th. Schmidt gets the pair.
She just takes her time, collects, and gets that well done, strong inside for Grace Schmidt.
Love. The 3, way off of the mark.
She wanted to step back.
And Lemon is, Robinson wipes out. Bosch Duran able to hang on to that ball. Now Lemon all the way in, fouled by Threets.
That's good spacing from the Lancer offense there. You saw Chloe Lemon out and fill in the lane. She looked for her shot, wasn't there, takes it to the rim.
UTA's 4th team foul. Lemon to the line.
At the line, shooting 2.
Just 2 for 6 tonight from the charity stripe. The Lancer's best free throw shooter, but she clangs that one home. The UTA, they've just been unable to, so far, cut into this Lancer lead. It's been double digits for a while.
Yeah.
She gets them both. Those are 2 big free throws for Chloe. 23 now on the night for Chloe Lemon.
Yeah, another big game for her.
And then a block and foul on Lemon. She gives it right back to 3. That's Lemon's second.
Foul call against Lansford, number 24, Chloe Lemon, second personal, 13.
A non-shooting foul for UTA. This is the start of a 3-game road trip for UTA. As we mentioned, at GCU Saturday, as Brittingham shot no good. And that last touch, Lemon. The Lancers might challenge this. Jared Olson says, no, we're good.
Oh,
they reversed the call.
It worked.
Well, the refs got together. We didn't need it. We'll get another look here.
Yeah. The fingertips.
Yeah. Last touch 3. We've had some good calls tonight from the officials. And a well-officiated game. Halfway mark of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left, if you're CBU, you want to take every second of this clock that you can.
What
Make sure
a
you get in
pass
the
to it, a Bosch Duran.
Hey, took the words right out of my mouth. I said, you want to get a good look? Doesn't get much better than that. Well done from Nook.
3 the other way, rolls out. And a jump ball, possession error to CBU this time. The 221s got together there, Tua and Goodo. So it's time to step aside, stretch run when we come back.
The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The new 2025 Ford Maverick with available Pro Trailer Backup Assist.
Texas was feeling so stuck.
You got the tickets?
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards.
Out here, you learn quick. If you plant it, it'll grow.
TurboTax Free Edition, 37% of filers qualify, so...
Out here, you'll find a community of hardworking creators.
The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want...
When you want bedtime to be a good time.
Good night, sweetheart.
The new 2025 Ford Maverick with available Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want... The Wild is closer than you think. But to get there, you might want...
The NWSL on ESPN. Facts. The NWSL on ESPN. Facts.
So as we've hit the stretch run here in Riverside, let's take a look at the WAC standings, why this game is so important. Again, GCU, they have won tonight, so they are now 10-0, the lone unbeaten team. UTA trying to keep pace with them at least. There's the Lancers in 4th place. This would be a huge win for CBU if they're able to get it out.
Yeah, you're playing at home. You're playing a team that's won 6 straight, a chance to snap that streak. I think this would be a huge win for the Lancers against a very good UT Arlington team.
So there was a jump ball there right off the hop. Possession error was to UTA. The Lady Mavs have gone cold at just the wrong time. They haven't scored a point in 2:21. They need a bucket here off of this jump ball. Clark. Knocked away by Legaspi. Plenty of time for the Lady Mavs. Love. Short. And a foul. Coy Love doing some terrific work down low. That's her 14th rebound tonight for Coy Love. That is a UTA high. She's 2 off of her career high. Another chance for UTA. Clark is fouled. Well, the first one was on Legaspi. That's her second. And now UTA's in the bonus, as that one's on Bosch Duran, her third. Nordstrom is back in for Bosch Duran.
At the line for UTA, number 23, Talia Clark.
And Clark. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And she misses. Clark is second in WAC play in free throw percentage at 88%. Well, that is a huge missed free throw for Talia Clark. But she gets the back half. The Lancers have scored 82 points. Just the second time this year they've reached 80. At ACU, first game of the road trip was a season high 87. Whistle before the inbounds. We talked about UTA, their offense, but it's been the Lancers' offense tonight to the tune of 13 threes, which has led the way.
Well, and that's the thing. It's taken up about half these points. And good on the Lancers for answering the call, because we knew UTA put up a lot of points, and holding them to 67 right now, I think that bodes well. But this game is far from over, as we know.
Well, UTA's got the ball. Nice passing. Oh, what a foul by Schmidt on Robinson. A heavy one. And now we got a little bit of extracurricular activity. Schmidt was just trying to make sure Robinson was all right. Good sportsmanship. But everything calms down now.
Yeah, emotions are high. This is a competitive game, a physical game. It was a hard foul, but I think both teams kind of separating there. It looked like she went to help her up.
Yeah, she went to help her up because she was going for ball. It was a hard foul. And then UTA just wanted Schmidt away from Robinson, just protecting their player.
Hey,
that's what happened there.
Emotions are running high.
So the officials, as both teams are in their huddle, going to calm things down here. So there's Sharika Wright, UTA's head coach. Looks like they're going to check to see if it was an intentional foul or a disqualifying foul. So Wright in her 5th year, as UTA won the 2022 Sun Belt Championship. It's their 3rd year back in the WAC. They played just 1 year in the WAC in 2012-2013. Get another look at it. So again, they're checking to make sure it wasn't an intentional or a disqualifying foul. To me, that's just basketball. And it was a hard foul, but I don't think it rises to the level of intentional.
No. I mean, it looked like a basketball play for sure. I mean, we've talked about it. This has been a physical ball game. And, with 4 minutes left, you expect it's going to be as physical as it's been. So we'll see what the refs have to say here.
Well, again, the officials tonight, Alicia Murray, Nate Acosta, and Josh Baden. So there's Murray on the left, and I believe that is Acosta on the right. Then they'll call over the 3rd official to get another look as well. The CBU, 4:23 away from what would be a huge victory to keep pace in the upper echelon of the WAC.
Yeah, right now you're fighting for your spot and seeding in the WAC tournament. Credit to Jared Olson's team. They've fought through a lot of injuries this year, and it feels like they've been able to put together a really impressive product these past few weeks and really in the turn of the new year. So we got 2 good teams out here. And this game, I mean, every game at this point in the season is so important. You can feel it.
Big for the Lancers, too. Again, GCU beat Tarleton, who the Lancers are trying to catch for third. So Tarleton's now 7-4. Lancers trying to make it 6-4 with a game in hand, with a win tonight. Trying to stay perfect against UTA all-time as well at 6-0 after beating them 3 times last year. Most recently in the WAC semifinals. But this sets up a juicy rematch in Arlington on the final day of the regular season, too.
Yeah, I mean, what a game to end the regular season with. This has been a battle. It's been fun tonight. Great atmosphere as they call both head coaches to center court.
Jared Olson and Sharika Wright. They'll make an announcement over the mic as well. At least they should. The Wright, former NBA player, played for the Phoenix Mercury from 2004 to 2006. Purdue's second all-time leading scorer. Has paid her dues, and it's her first head coaching job at UTA. But here's the announcement.
Okay, we have an intentional foul on white 33, so blue will be shooting 2, and then we have an intentional foul on blue 8 for the retaliation, so white will shoot 2, and then white will get the ball after the free throws.
So an intentional foul both ways. Schmidt called for an intentional foul, and then Coy Love was called on an intentional foul as well. So both teams are going to shoot 2 here. Brittingham knocks down the first.
And this is an interesting point in the game right here because we've had a long break from play when it comes to the refs kind of breaking down what they saw on film. Now we got 2 free throws here, 2 free throws here. Both teams really have to be disciplined here, kind of gather themselves and make sure they don't let it affect them because it's not easy to stop play like that.
Meanwhile, Lemon drops it home. So for Love, that's her second personal, and now both teams are in the bonus as well, as Lemon answers Brittingham's pair with 2 free throws of her own. So we're square. The Lancers still lead it by 13. Or check that, 15, beg your pardon. As Lemon is fouled by Threet, and she can't believe it. It's Threet's second, and of course the Lancers and Lady Mavs shooting the distance as Clark is back in. The UTA, their offense has just been not clicking in this fourth quarter. No field goals and 249. They're just 1 for their last 7. Again, the worst possible time for UTA to go cold. Just 3 for 11 overall in the quarter.
Yeah, it's been such a game of runs, and you can see the frustration on UT Arlington's face at times where they feel the weight of those misses, you know. They're trying to get something going here.
But they catch a break as Lemon misses both, and Love gets the layup.
That worked out well for them. I don't think that was as planned, but hey, 2 points nonetheless.
So now a 13-point lead for CBU. They've had a double-digit lead the whole fourth quarter.